this coin? What do you think? The coin is small and heavy. So I think it's probably dense and might sink. Let's see. Wow! It sank right through the bottom. That's because the coin is denser than the water. Now, let's try this leaf. What's your prediction? The leaf feels light, so I think it will float. Let's check. Yes, it floats. So the leaf is less dense than the water. Exactly. Now for some magic. Look, the orange without its peel sank. But watch what happens when I drop an orange with its peel still on it. Huh? What? How? How is the orange with the peel is floating? Cool, right? The peel has tiny air pockets that help the orange float by making it less dense overall. When we remove the peel, the orange becomes denser and it sinks. Amazing! I never knew a peel would make such a difference. Density is a powerful concept. That's why ships made of heavy metal can float. Their shape allows them to displace enough water to make their overall density less than the water. So, if you say if I'm less dense than the water, I could float like a boat in the water? Not exactly, but you're getting the idea. Let's do a little experiment to make this clear. Let's test this out. First, let's try putting in the lemon. What do you think will happen? Lemons are heavy, so I think it will sink like a rock. And it floats. Huh? What? How? That's because the lemon is less denser than the water. Now, let's see what happens when we change the water. Change the water? Are we turning it into juice? Not quite. What's this? See? It sinks. Now, let's see the magic. Huh? It floats. How is this possible? So salt make the water even more denser? Exactly. Salt increases the density of the water. So now the water is more denser than the lemon. So the lemon floats. So more salt and more sinking. So more salt, more floating. Yep, the more you add, the more denser the water becomes. Things that were sinking can start to float. Now I get it. Why some things float and something sinks. It's all about density. You got it. And mysterious case of sinking and floating. I think